Hi folks, Jose Gomez from CloudFolios here. This tutorial is going to be for art organizations. It's galleries, museums, exhibit directors, organizations and producers that are running exhibits to use CloudFolios CloudExhibit feature to be able to do online exhibits. Now, it's important to note that you have to have a CloudFolios account to get this thing going. So either you can click on create an account from our homepage, or you can click on sign in if you already have one. I'm going to go ahead and sign into an account, and I am in my CloudFolios account. Now, one of the things that I really recommend, usually when you come in here, you start with your artist dashboard, which is really for artists and collectors to be able to catalog their work. I would recommend just switching over to Art Organization Dashboard. This will remove all the options and really streamline things so that you can add your exhibits and just focus on that work. Now, one of the important parts of doing this process is cloud exhibits online and events in our system are reserved for exhibit members. That does require an upgrade from our normal free level. All you have to do is just click on the profile icon up here, or you can click on the profile icon up here and just scroll down and make sure that exhibit is checked off, and fill in your credit card information. Click on update subscription and you'll be upgraded to the right level. Okay, so now going back to the dashboard, we're going to add our first exhibit. Now, adding an exhibit to the platform is how you create the container for your exhibit. We're going to call this demo exhibit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you how to get this done fast, and then we'll go back and fill in some things. So we're just going to worry about it's a demo exhibit. We're going to leave it private just because right now we're playing around. We don't need it to actually be published live on the site. And we're just going to set this exhibit date to the 31st, which is about a month and a half from the current, about a month away from the current date. We're going to set this to the time that this exhibit is going to happen and how long the exhibit is going to be for. Now, it's important. Our cloud exhibit technology, the online exhibit technology, is live. So during that time, you're going to need to be signed in. Somebody will have to be signed in order to field the visitors, answer questions, be on the live chat, answer the offers for the work that's being being purchased. So all of that is going to happen during the time that you state here. Now, after the event is over, your cloud exhibit will continue to stay online for those to see unless you pull it down and make it private again. Okay. Now, for the sake of an online exhibit, we don't have to worry about venue information. We do have to worry about a call to artist. So the way that art organizations publish their events is that they create an event and then they invite artists to submit their work. So in this case, we're going to open submissions, and we're going to make the deadline the 30th of this month. We're going to just give them less than a week here, but normally you'd give artists a few weeks or even a month to be able to create in order to submit. In this case, for the demo, we're just going to make it nice and short term, and we're going to let the artists know that we're going to let them know. We're going to curate this thing about we're going to say on the 1st. We'll say we're going to curate pretty quickly after submissions are closed. Now, the next part here is important. We want to determine what kind of curation we're going to do. So we're going to do kind of American Idol, accept or reject, you're in or you're out, or are we going to base it on scoring? We have a 6-point scoring method, and you just choose between those two. For now, we're going to keep it easy at accept, reject. Is there a gallery commission? If you sell work on your online exhibit, are you getting a cut from it? So let's just put 25% in there. And are you going to charge artists to submit the work to you? That's very typical. So we're going to put a little $15 charge in there. We're going to allow up to 10 works to be submitted, and we're only going to allow for one submission. So an artist can come in, one round of submissions, up to 10 works to the online exhibit. Now, we're not going to worry about the labels because we're not going to have a physical show. And we go down to our cloud exhibit settings. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to not worry about doing a photo gallery because we're going to create an online exhibit. So we're going to leave enable virtual exhibit. So that's just enabling the online cloud exhibit. And then a little URL here. If you want music playing in the background of your exhibit, you can use your discretion there. Some folks don't really like music just blaring out of their speakers as soon as they go to a website, so you want to use that sparingly. But if you do have a reason to create mood using music, just put a full HTTP or HTTPS address there to a MP3 file you have hosted somewhere, and the music will play there for your visitors. You can also put some optional contact information in here for visitors to have contact information. Let's say they want they have questions for the show, or they want to know more about the exhibit itself. They can simply contact you. Going back up to the top, if you have multiple brands in your CloudFolios account, you can choose between them. This particular account only has CloudFolios. And now the event summary. So we're just gonna write something here. We're just gonna say this is a demo event. Please don't submit to it. All right. And then if I want to put a link to a YouTube clip, a Vimeo clip, Dailymotion clip, or even a SoundCloud embed, you can actually copy and paste that right into here. And when the CloudExhbit comes up, it'll actually show along with the summary of the event itself. Now, I'm just going to leave it right there. We're just going to fill it. We just filled in the basics. I'm going to just click on Save This Event. And once I've saved the event, I'm going to have a few more options here. I can simply I can upload a promotional image, a 1200 by 600 image to promote the CloudExhbit. I'll show you what that looks like in another event. But this is the URL for your exhibit, so your event page. I'm going to click on there. Notice you've got a few pieces of information here. You've got the name of your event, your brand up here, the dates and times, the description we wrote in, all the individual data, but you also have a submit your work link. This is what artists will use to submit their work through CloudFolios to your event. And notice that there's a countdown now to your event. That's very important to note. Now, this event, once it's public, it'll show up in our more art events page here. So we'll actually do a little bit of promotion here for you. Notice that's what the actual promo images look like. So this is where they're placed when you actually fill all the information out. And of course, this is our page here because we don't have a lot of that information filled out yet. All right, so you've got your promotional image section. You've got your URL. Of course, we can go back in here and start kind of filling out like event URLs. We can actually put our YouTube clip in here. We can expand out our summary if we want to. Whatever we want to do. Probably the most important piece of this is going to be the Manage, Curate submissions. When an artist submits to your event, we're going to process payment for the submission fees. We're going to send those over to you. But most importantly, the art is going to be put in a curation queue. So I'm going to show you where that is. I'm going to just go in there and notice no submissions have been received yet. There's no new submissions. But as there are submissions that come in, you will go in and you'll be able to see those and create the accepting and rejecting of the images as you see fit. Once you're all done, you're going to click on Finalize Selections, and that's going to bring up a prompt that's going to give you a count of all the works that were accepted, how many are going to be rejected, who the artists are going to be. You're going to finalize that, and then you'll get a whole new set of options that I'll show you in just a moment. But this is going to be your queue, and you can look at work in different ways, what's been accepted, what's been scored, not yet scored. I mean, there's a bunch of different options here. You can also sort it in different ways. Sequencing order is really important. Once you've got everything finalized, you can sequence your exhibit to determine what goes first, second, third in the exhibit itself. All right, and that's everything that you need there. So if I were to go back out to my dashboard, I now see an event here with a little placeholder image. I can click on it to go to the settings, or I can click on the 0 works submitted. This will actually show you how many works are submitted. Right now, none of them have been submitted. It takes me directly to my curation queue. All right. Now, I've shown you everything that you need to do. That's it. That's all you have to do to get the process started. You simply create the event, save it, and then you go and you announce. Let's go to the settings again so we can get our URL. You announce this address. So this is the one that you post to Facebook. This is the one that you send out an email about, and you send folks to this address so that they can click on Submit Your Work, or they can click up here, Call to Artists, and they'll be able to submit all of their works. They can upload pictures of their visual works, and it'll go right into the curation queue. You'll be notified as you go. And then once you're all done, you're going to finalize your curation results by clicking Finalize Selections within the curation queue, and all the artists will be notified who's been chosen, who's not been chosen. If you have a physical exhibit that coincides with your virtual show, your cloud exhibit, then you'll be able to give them details on drop-off and all of that. Now, let me do this. Let me actually sign out of this account. I want to show you one that's already been curated, so you see what it looks like when it's all done. Let me just switch the accounts here. And here's this particular account. Notice this is the one that controls some of the events that you saw there. I'm going to go into this threshold one. And notice here's the promo image that I uploaded. We've got some venue information. If you notice that the page for this is a bit more filled out because we've got more information, notice the link to the virtual exhibit because it's already ready to go. The time's already passed for this, so you get to see the historical exhibit, but I'm not going to go there just yet. I'm going to click on Manage and Curate Submissions. Notice here's the curation queue. Now notice we have 6 different curators that were in here. We all decided together on this particular show. These are all the submissions. So for this particular show, we had a number of submissions, and here are the accepted submissions. So this is everything that was actually accepted to the show. Now notice it's sorted newest to oldest. I'm going to sort this by sequencing order. This is the actual order that it shows up in the virtual show. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag them around if I want to resequence. Really simple. That's finalized as I do it. Notice on the right hand side there's a few links of printed collateral if this is a physical show, but most importantly our launch CloudExhbit. This only shows up once you've finalized everything. Okay, here's by the way the accepted artists. And I'm going to click on Launch CloudExhbit just so we can see what this looks like. So here's the CloudExhbit launching up, and here it is. So this is everything in the sequence order that we decided on. Everything can be clicked. Here's all the information that the artist entered in for each of the works. Notice that works can be purchased. Now I'm signed in as the exhibiting organization, so I just see whether there's been bids or not. I can interact with those bids, but folks that are coming in to visit, they can actually see they have the ability to go in and make offers. You'll be notified by email, and the artist will as well, about those offers, and you can accept them, decline them, and even counter the offers. We've got links for any of the artists that filled out their profile enough to have links. People can subscribe to their feed as well as yours. We've also got reviews, and folks can submit those. There's that 6-point scale for rating the works along with comments, and those get posted publicly. And they have a little profile area too where they can update their main settings, contact information, and payment information in the event that they're going to purchase any art. We also have a live chat that goes on during the live event. Once a live event is closed, this gets closed as well. And then there's just a historical chat that's maintained in there. And then we've also got, obviously, like I said, the information area here. If the artist has attached, by the way, within their CloudFolios pieces, any media, their videos or audio would show up here to explain their works as well. So we've got a lot of pieces here. It's all created by just making this filling out this very basic form, just filling out your CloudExhbit information and publishing that URL, and then just waiting for the date. That's it. Once you finalize your works, they'll be in the CloudExhbit, and then your CloudExhbit can go on. You can do your opening during the times that you've indicated, and then your show will be there historically as other shows in our system are. If you have any questions, definitely give us a holler. Go over to cloudfolios.com, click on the help button at the bottom, or you can send an email to support@cloudfolios.com if you have any questions. I am Jose Gomez, CEO of CloudFolios, and I look forward to serving you very soon.